Bobby Kennedy said, "Some men see things as they are and say why. I dream dreams that never were and say why not." Kennedy was paraphrasing something that George Bernard Shaw had written a century before. But what Kennedy was saying about himself, and also kind of a dream that all of us would be like what he was saying, Kennedy essentially was saying you have a choice. You can be a person who sits in society and says, this is the way things are, and, or you can sit in society and say, why not? Why not improve society? Name any social movement in American history. Name any social movement in the history of humankind that was started by conservatives. People who just simply said, this is why things are, and we're going to continue. A conservative is a person that says, what we did yesterday is what we should be doing today and what we should be doing tomorrow. And there are people that are proud of being do-nothings. What was done yesterday is not necessarily what should be done today. Look at anything politically. Racism, sexism, homophobia, poverty, climate change. Healthcare reform. There is nothing out there that should, what we did a year ago or 10 years ago or 2 centuries ago should be done next year, a century from now, and 2 centuries from now. That's a dead end. When I was in college, I had an opportunity. I had to take a 10-hour art history class in my junior year. And the professor asked me at the end of my junior year to help him teach it in my senior year. Teaching the arts was the best experience that I ever had in college. Educational experience and developing who I am and my appreciation for the world. We started with the caves in Lascaux and in Altamira, Spain and France. They date back 30,000, 40,000 years. And we saw the art world begin there, and it came up to the present day. And the present day, 50 years ago, when I was teaching, one of the most contemporary things we studied was a group of blacks in Harlem that formed what they called the Harlem Renaissance. And it was a bastion of thinking, artistic people. And one of them was a man by the name of Langston Hughes, who was a great writer in the 1920s. And he wrote it's a very short poem that speaks to the point of dreaming. Langston Hughes says, hold fast to dreams. For if dreams die, life is a broken winged bird that cannot fly. What Langston Hughes is saying is, unless you dream, basically you're a lame duck. Recently I had to make a little speech, a presentation, and I was reluctant to do it because, I didn't want to look the fool. I wanted to say something that was from my heart, but, some people would sit back and say, Camel, just But I knew that if I didn't act, if I didn't dream dreams that never were and say, why not? And there was a possibility that this would work out, but I didn't act. And 20 years from now, I look back and think, gee, I had the opportunity, but I didn't take it. I took it. This speech got over with. Things were resolved. But sometimes dreams don't get resolved as quickly in the way you want them to be resolved. And therefore you must dream and continue to dream and dare to dream new dreams. Recently, a new movie came out called Mr. Turner. William Turner was a great English painter, and he painted the great The Fighting Temeraire. And that now is out in the movies. William Turner's Temeraire, or The Fighting Temeraire, is my favorite painting. I have it in my home. I have my mouse pad with the painting of The Fighting Temeraire. I have a t-shirt with The Fighting Temeraire. I went to see the movie about this great English artist, painter. And what's interesting to me is that I left the theater excited about Turner once again. And I came home, and a little bit before the videotaping of this, I started writing about Turner in the movie. I have probably 3 or 4 pages already written, and excited about dreaming the dreams about Turner. I hope you enjoy this article, but more to the point, dream dreams. Dare to dream. You won't be right all the time, and you won't be accepted all the time. But you learn the process, and you'll become a better person for it. Dare to dream. In the meantime, you take care. And also, see Mr. Turner. Thank you.